Whether you like it or not, riddles are an inescapable part of the XRP journey for some reason. If you were holding XRP and did your research online, you simply could not avoid them. It was like they needed to be introduced as part of the specific XRP journey. I mean, look at all these tweets. And do you remember the first time you saw these riddle pictures? How foreign, abstract, and meaningless they appeared? And how much hate they got? It's like they literally came with peer pressure gatekeepers. Unimaginative, logical thinkers who short-circuited at the thought of meaning coming from places they couldn't see themselves. People so beat down by the unmet price predictions of YouTubers, so mentally destroyed by the Ripple lawsuit that stole their instant gratification, and so enslaved by mainstream psyops altogether, their logical minds simply could not begin to process for 1 second the idea of decoding a cartoon bear. But for the true believers of XRP, who followed closely and intently, the more we saw the world was a stage, the more we realized there was a deeper reality behind the curtains, the more Bearablguy123 began resonating with us. And then bam, out of nowhere, those seemingly abstract images turned into breadcrumbs that have led us precisely to the gates of real esoteric knowledge, spiritual ascension, and ultimately enlightenment. This is what I believe could actually be happening to us through riddles. What so many people ignore as a simple bear cartoon in bizarre settings that's foolish to pay attention to, we've found a map, plotting the locations of various rabbit holes with Easter eggs that lead us to timeless archetypal understandings of finance, religion, astrology, classic fiction, mythology, and the world stage, all while training our minds for higher levels of thought. Seriously, what if riddles like this aren't random images, but an open, decentralized invitation to the mystery schools, but in a modern way? An internet scavenger hunt in the age of information that trains our minds through riddles to be able to detect the patterns and archetypes that hide secrets otherwise invisible and unexplainable to the average person who has not yet developed this part of their mind. This is the kind of thing I find most interesting and fun about decoding riddles. The magical way seemingly unrelated data points you've seen your whole life can somehow appear together in impossible synchronization and create an archetype that reveals a deeper truth you never realized before. Anyway, I bring this back up because when I was researching Ganesha as part of the last video, I found something truly amazing. Ganesha kept being described as a threshold guardian, which resonated with me for some reason because I had never heard the term and I began searching it. A threshold guardian is a character, obstacle, or force in a story that stands in the way of a protagonist as they attempt to enter a new, special world. Okay, well, I searched threshold guardians some more and couldn't believe what I saw. It turns out they too are an archetype of the human psyche and are depicted eerily similarly in unrelated cultures all over the world. Listen to the description of how they typically look. Threshold guardians traditionally appear as beast-like, sharp-toothed, and wide-eyed, beastly protectors placed at the doorway of sacred knowledge to test the seeker's readiness. The guardian must look frightening and disorienting to the uninitiated while revealing its identity only to the worthy. Okay, are you ready to see some of these threshold guardians and see if they remind you of anyone? The South Indian Yali, the Buddhist Simha, the Hindu Narashima, the Southeast Asian Dvarapala, the Indian Kirtimukha, the Greek Gorgonian, the Chinese Fu Dog, the Chinese Taotie, the Burmese Chinthe, the Thai Yaksha, the Japanese Komainu, the Korean Hete, the Okinawa Shisha, the Cambodian Singa Lion, the Tibetan Snow Lion, the Indonesian Kala, and the North American Tlingit Bear. I mean, seriously, Do you see how the physical characteristics of Bearablguy123 are perfectly exemplified in the Threshold Guardian archetype found all over the world? I mean, it's totally spot on. So is this what Bearablguy123 metaphorically represents? Is it what he actually is supposed to be? A threshold guardian of the spirit world? A world of higher intelligence only accessible to those imaginative, curious, and with high enough associative intelligence and pattern recognition to persevere through the gauntlet of self-doubt, greed, instant gratification, and entitlement that comes with holding a highly valuable future asset? Think about it. These Bearablguy123 riddles, while appearing totally random and nonsensical at first, have led us to so many discoveries that all seemingly point to specific initiation into enlightenment. And now you're telling me a threshold guardian, which looks exactly like Bearablguy123, is what has guarded the entry into this enlightenment for thousands of years? I mean, seriously, every single one of the beings you just saw stands between the ordinary world and the hidden world, challenges the seeker, intimidates the unprepared, allows the worthy to pass, and reveals something deeper after the test. Meanwhile, we watch in real time as Bearablguy metaphorically guards the invitation to these secrets by making them appear absurd to all the logical thinkers who aren't ready yet. It's perfect. And it gets even more perfect. In my research, I came across an early 1900s Austrian philosopher